What drives a man to keep moving forward in the face of relentless adversity? How does one find the strength to endure, even when life seems devoid of hope? Today, we're diving deep into Arthur Schopenhauer's concept of the will to life and exploring how it manifests in the powerful story of the pursuit of happiness. And we'll take it one step further by asking, what can this philosophy teach us about surviving and thriving in the challenges of modern life? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you love exploring philosophy through the lens of movies, make sure to like and subscribe. Today, we're pairing Schopenhauer, one of philosophy's great pessimists, with The Pursuit of Happyness, one of the most inspiring films of the 21st century. It might sound paradoxical, but stay with me. Arthur Schopenhauer described the will to life as the fundamental driving force behind all human existence. He believed that this will, an insatiable, blind striving for survival and continuation, is the root of both our suffering and our persistence. According to Schopenhauer, life is inherently full of struggle, driven by this unyielding will. Now let's apply this to Chris Gardner's story. If you haven't seen this 2006 movie, warning, spoilers ahead. The Pursuit of Happyness is an inspiring biographical drama based on the true story of Chris Gardner. Set in the 1980s, the movie follows Gardner, played by Will Smith, as he struggles with homelessness while raising his young son, Christopher, played by Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son in real life. Chris invests his savings in bone density scanners, hoping to sell them for a better life, but the devices prove difficult to market. His financial troubles escalate, leading to eviction and living in shelters. Despite these hardships, Chris manages to secure an unpaid internship at a prestigious stock brokerage firm, competing against numerous candidates for a single job offer. Throughout the film, we see him grapple with poverty, homelessness, and rejection. Yet, he continues to push forward. Why? Because the will to life doesn't allow him to give up. His desire to provide a better future for his son is the clearest manifestation of this drive. But Schopenhauer would remind us that this constant striving doesn't necessarily lead to happiness. In fact, he argued that the fulfillment of one desire simply leads to another. In Chris's case, landing the internship at Dean Witter is just one step. The will drives him towards securing a job, then financial stability, and so on. It's a never-ending cycle. So, how does this align with the film's message? While Schopenhauer's philosophy might seem bleak, The Pursuit of Happyness offers a counterbalance. It shows us that while the will to life brings suffering, it also creates moments of meaning. For Chris, his relationship with his son provides the purpose that makes his struggles worthwhile. This aligns with modern interpretations of Schopenhauer's ideas, which suggest that meaning can be found in love, creativity, and personal connections, even amidst life's hardships. So what does this mean for us in today's world? Modern life comes with its own unique challenges: burnout, economic instability, and the pressure of social comparison. These struggles are different from Chris Gardner's, but the underlying drive, the will to life, remains the same. In a society that values constant productivity and achievement, it's easy to feel trapped in Schopenhauer's cycle of striving. The modern will to life manifests in different ways, from climbing the corporate ladder to chasing social media validation. However, Chris's story reminds us that resilience isn't about achieving happiness, it's about finding meaning. Take the way modern challenges often feel endless. Student debt leads to job hunting, which leads to the pressures of maintaining career growth, an echo of Schopenhauer's cycle. Yet, by identifying what truly matters, whether it's family, personal growth, or contributing to something larger than ourselves, we can channel the will to life in ways that uplift us rather than exhaust us. Let's not forget, Schopenhauer might not have been an optimist, but his philosophy helps us confront the realities of life with honesty. When we pair that with stories like The Pursuit of Happyness, we see that even in the darkest moments, there's potential for growth and purpose. It's not about escaping struggle, it's about embracing it with meaning.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves, they want to tell you you can't do it.
One of the most iconic moments in the film is when Chris tells his son, "You got a dream, you got to protect it." This encapsulates the power of the will to life. It's not just about survival, it's about striving for something greater. And while Schopenhauer might caution us against attaching our happiness to the fulfillment of these dreams, he'd agree that the act of striving gives our lives momentum and meaning. So, how do we reconcile Schopenhauer's pessimism with the optimism of The Pursuit of Happyness? The answer lies in perspective. Schopenhauer teaches us to accept suffering as a natural part of life, while Chris Gardner's story shows us how to transform that suffering into strength. Together, they offer a roadmap for resilience. Acknowledge the struggle, but never lose sight of the meaning behind it. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. We're often caught in cycles of comparison and consumerism, striving for goals that might not align with our true values. But Chris's story reminds us to focus on the essentials: love, connection, and perseverance. And Schopenhauer reminds us that even in the absence of happiness, there's value in striving itself. But let's dig a little deeper into the connection between meaning and resilience. In the face of adversity, it's not just about achieving success, it's about the lessons learned along the way. Schopenhauer's philosophy highlights the inevitability of suffering, but stories like Chris's show us that how we respond to that suffering defines us. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, a testament to our capacity for growth. Here's a practical takeaway. Journaling can be a powerful tool to reflect on what drives your own will to life. What goals are you striving toward? What meaning do they hold for you? By putting these thoughts on paper, you'll begin to see patterns in your desires and actions, and you might even discover where you can find greater fulfillment. At the heart of Schopenhauer's philosophy and The Pursuit of Happyness is the idea that life is a journey, not a destination. We won't always feel happy and will face inevitable struggles, but it's the meaning we find in these experiences that truly enrich our lives. Before we wrap up, here are 3 questions or action points you can reflect on to apply these ideas to your own life. Number 1. What drives your will to life? Take some time to think about what motivates you deeply, whether it's family, personal goals, or contributing to your community. Identifying this will help you navigate challenges with clarity. Number 2. How do you find meaning in your struggles? Look at a recent setback you faced. What lessons did it teach you? How did it shape your perspective or your path forward? And finally, number 3. What small actions can you take today to align with your core values? Whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a creative project, or taking a step toward a long-term goal, even small intentional actions can bring more meaning to your daily life. Schopenhauer's philosophy reminds us that life is about persistence, and the pursuit of happiness teaches us that persistence with purpose can transform even the toughest struggles into meaningful triumphs. Thank you for watching, and if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep striving, keep finding meaning, and keep pursuing your happiness.